Hello and Merry Christmas, my soccer universe. What's with the outfit, you're asking? Well, we usually celebrate Christmas on the 24th at my parents', and that, at least when I was little, used to be a rather formal affair where we dressed up rather nicely to sit around the tree, sing a few songs, unpack the presents, then we could loosen up a little bit. Fortunately, over the years it got a little bit more relaxed. However, I still try to honor that tradition. And now with my wife coming up with a really beautiful black and golden outfit, I want to match that. And I have this kind of tan suit. I said I want to wear something dark underneath, but not necessarily blue. And so I came up with the idea, and you can already see it shining through. Maybe I should wear a soccer shirt below it. Well, there's one that is very Christmassy and very beautiful and will fit perfectly, which is of course the Juventus jersey, the third jersey from this season. So yeah, even there I was dressed like that, and most, if not all, of my relatives didn't even realize that I was wearing a soccer jersey, which is something I would have commented on otherwise. Think my aunts had a slight idea, but they said it looks really nice, and I think it shows that this great jersey actually fits very nice even with formal wear. So let me take off the jacket. I got two jerseys for Christmas and I want to show you which ones they were. Honestly, while I think I don't look bad in a suit, I feel so much more comfortable and more relaxed wear. So yeah, I'm very happy that I could take off that jacket. Now, these are not two soccer jerseys. I have one from a different sport that I want to start with, because that's one that I've been going back and forth and I always wanted to have this particular color combination. And it is an NHL jersey. And it's the now home version of the Colorado Avalanche. I have an away jersey that was my first NHL jersey, the white one with the brown shoulders. Now I have this kind of maroon with the blue. Always really liked this one, especially when they went back to the original design, kinda. I mean, the sleeves are still kind of straightened out, the gray stripe, but on the bottom you still have the mountainscape. I gotta say, this is not the Adidas brand, this is the Fanatics brand, so the slightly cheaper version, and I've got this one on Sportspar. I think it's cost me 60 euros. I have to say I was surprised. The logos, I've heard that the logos on these are rather cheaply done, and I can see where they're coming, but this logo is much better than I thought it is. Yes, this here is printed on the blue stuff, but you still have the stitching in silver on there, which is fine by me, and it's kind of also bends nicely. And I have to say, as compared to other hockey jerseys that I have, the material on this one feels really nice. So, quite pleased with that one. I've been wearing it all day today, except for this video. And I guess I'll keep wearing it. And yeah, the collar and so on, it's a little bit of a mess. It's a blank, but you know, that was to be expected. But yeah, hockey jersey, brand new for 60 euros. Couldn't really complain about it, and I love my NHL collection as well, so added another one. And yes, especially in winter I find myself wearing more hockey jerseys than other ones, because you know, long sleeve soccer jerseys are still kind of thin hockey jerseys. Give you a little bit more material to work with. Now the second jersey, and that's a real special one, is also a long sleeve. However, as I said, it is a soccer jersey, and I have to say, for the longest time I always said for my birthday I want to have this jersey, and for Christmas, because it was released in December, I want to have the special Milan jersey. However, then I saw there's another jersey that I really like, that by all rights should have been my very first jersey in the collection. My very first jersey in the collection is the Italy 1990 home jersey. That's actually a player version, which I didn't realize until recently, but it's a gorgeous jersey, probably still the favorite in my collection. However, back in the day, the Italy jersey was one that I fell in love with during the World Cup. Ahead of that World Cup, there was of course one jersey that I really wanted to have, and actually I got it, but as a t-shirt in the same design, and I was so happy that I had that one. But I never got it as a jersey. I don't even remember seeing it as a jersey being sold. But that particular jersey now, I found on Willhaben. And the seller wanted to have initially, I think, 100, then it was down to 80 or something like that. And he was selling it as a Euro 2008 Austria jersey. If you look at the jersey, that doesn't make any sense. Because I thought Euro 2008 has been hanging around. I think it was already the second or third time I posted. I put in an offer for 60 for my Christmas present, and he accepted. And see what I got. the Austrian 1990 home jersey. I think it was also worn in 91. I am so happy with that. What I'm even happier, this is a long sleeve. This means this is a player version, because I'm absolutely certain you didn't get this as a long sleeve version in the regular stores, if that was ever sold. And what actually underlines that this might be a player version is that it actually has printing number 16 on the back. I should have gone through the teams and maybe find a number 16. I didn't do it right now. But simply the fact that this was not only a long sleeve, but it's also in XL, I couldn't believe it. This should have been my first ever jersey, because Austria qualified for the World Cup. And playing in this jersey, Austria has also a very curious story, which I will tell you a little bit later. I just want to point out a few things. I mean, of course, this very striking design, kind of this twisted 3D look, I think is typically for the early 90s. But what I really find very interesting is that this is just slightly printed on, as was the number here on the back. Almost has a little bit of a plastic feel. But at the crest, this is kind of a plastic leathery thing that is stitched on quite nicely, as you can see on the inside. I find this absolutely fascinating. The material is a rather thick, sturdy one, so really made to be worn, you know, not only in one match, but maybe for more than that. Let's hang it up. I want to tell you a little bit about this, because this jersey I can associate with the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, which is so typical for Austria at that time. So here's the jersey for which I let the Milan 125-year jersey go. It is more special. We saw some that sold for a whole lot more than the 60 that I paid for it. Now I said highest of highs, lowest of lows. First time this jersey was worn, to my knowledge, I was at a friendly game away in Spain, where Spain led 2-0 at the half, and then Austria came back, and Gerhard Rodak scored. Toni Borsch, I think, scored one, who played then at Sevilla, and they won 3-2. It followed a 1-1 against the world champions Argentina, and then a 3-2 home win against the reigning European champions Netherlands. 3-0 at the half. I think it ended in 3-2. So hopes were going high into this World Cup, where you had to face the hosts Italy. And it's so funny that I have now the Italy jersey and the Austria jersey from that World Cup, where you lose through Toto Schillaci, fully deservedly so, because you were barely hanging on. The one that really hurts is then the loss against the Czech Republic, thanks to a really stupid penalty. The last World Cup win for Austria then was in the last group game, 2-1 over the United States, but not in this jersey, rather in a red version with the white pattern, which probably is the one that you really would like to have among these. So far so good. Disappointing World Cup, but you know, you were there. You didn't really disgrace yourself, although the loss to the Czech Republic was bad. On the other side, they went all the way to the quarterfinals. What was really bad is that the first game back from the World Cup, the Faroe Islands, in the first competitive game in Landskrona in Sweden, you lose 1-0, and from that moment on, Austria went down the hill on a tailspin that actually didn't end until the mid-90s. It was really, really weird times, and that's what I associate with this jersey. These great test matches ahead of the World Cup, then a so-and-so World Cup, and then, yeah, the latter part was just really, really ugly, and some of the lowest that the Austrian national team had experienced, at least up until this point. However, this is my first Austria jersey that was worn at the World Cup. I would argue that the previous one, where they actually secured qualification, was probably the slightly more stylish one. However, this is such a striking, beautiful design that I think it warrants to be worn. This was the first World Cup that I really experienced, and Austria was there. There was only one other World Cup where I could experience Austria, where they also stunk the place up a little bit, which was 98, which is still jerseys that I'm looking forward to, the white one and of course the red one as well. If I find them for a reasonable price, I might get it. So that's my Christmas haul. Maybe there will be something more coming. I know there's one for New Year's, but it's not as special as either of these jerseys, especially this Austria jersey. But maybe, let's see what else will happen. Let me know what you got for Christmas. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. I'll talk to you soon about more things in my soccer universe. Bye! Hey there! I really hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, here are some videos and playlists that you may enjoy too. Also, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit the little bell icon so you get notified whenever something happens in my soccer universe. And with that, have a wonderful day. Bye!